welcome to an episode of a Dragon Capture Jar, where we take a random dragon monster and talk about it off the cuff. So here is the jar, but the capture is not as random. I kind of talked about it last week, and ta-da! And I caught him, the Awakening of the Possessed. Rasenryu. Okay, this is basically the adult version of the baby one I talked about last week, which I still have in my possession. Possessed, haha, the Rasenryu. So these guys work in tandem with each other, and of course with the Possessed, it's an engine, it's an archetype, and the Possessed, the familiars, they're all spellcasters. So we know that Rasenryu can come out so long as you control a spellcaster. But Awakening of the Possessed, this guy can come out for free if you send that spellcaster and, well, this guy, level 4, Wind, to the graveyard, and he comes out. And now, of course, this is pretty powerful at the time because it's still a free special summon. But what he does once he hits the field is he allows you to, you can return one card your opponent controls to the hand. And so this, you know, of course, we think about front row and back row. But see, if your opponent has something from the extra deck out, well, you can go ahead and bounce that back to the extra deck, and that's that can be a big setback to your opponent depending on what it is that you bounce. And if this card is from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Spiritual Wing art card. Or so basically this allows you to either bounce to the hand, and you can search a card, which is really, really good. And you know, I do call this like the adult version of the Rasenryu, especially like given how it's summoned, but he just looks bigger, more ferocious. The other one looks cuter. It's the same thing. It looks like a snake, like a Eastern style dragon, but with wings. And he has fur. If you look close enough, he has fur. I love dragons with fur. And I love the way the horns look. Very spirally. Because, I mean, he is wind. So they kind of look like little tornadoes on his head. And, yeah, he has kind of like a coyote dog look. Oh, I just love dragons that look like that. You know, I mean, I mentioned in a previous video about the never-ending story, the dragon Valkor, the luck dragon. It's just a long dragon with no wings. It's got fur, and he looks like a dog. I love it. I love this kind. I love all kinds of dragons. You know, I love the eastern ones, the western ones, where they're mixed up. Fur, scales, don't matter, right? But I mean, when you combine all of them, man, you get one epic dragon. And oh yeah, if you look at the background there, you can see one of the spellcasters. So it really does work the way that the conditions of this card is summoned. But no, I do not play Possessed, Familiars, or anything like that. I mean, these cards, you know, I just looked through the binders, and man, some of these really stand out to me. But do any of you play Possessed, Familiar, you know, spellcasters, any of that archetype? I mean, obviously is nothing in today's game, but when they came out, they were probably stronger. So let me know in the comments below, and remember to be a good sport, to play the game, not the fame.